V's pet, Tani, has sadly passed away. Suga has been excluded. NewJeans leaving HYBE could have colossal negative effects on the Korean music industry. And Jimin opens up about his feelings. Watch till the end to find out more. Yeontan has sadly passed away. V recently shared some very sad news on December 2nd. He told everyone that his dog Yeontan has passed away. V posted a personal message on his Instagram stories, along with videos and pictures to remember Yeontan. Yeontan was a small Pomeranian dog who was very much loved by all of V's fans. In his post, V talked about how quickly time goes by and decided to tell his fans about Yeontan's death. He spoke about how much the fans loved Yeontan and thanked them for this love. V asked his fans to keep Yeontan in their thoughts and send good wishes for him, even though he is no longer here. Yeontan was first shown to the world during a live video on Jin's birthday in 2017. From that time, Yeontan was often seen in many of V's videos, social media posts, and even some of his music videos. He was in the video for a song called Winter Bear and was a big inspiration for V's first solo music album called Layover. The artwork and ideas for this album were greatly influenced by Yeontan's look and character. In fact, when V was filming the music video for another song called Rainy Days in Madrid, he had to use another dog that looked like Yeontan because he couldn't bring him along due to travel issues. In 2023, V talked in an interview with Pixid about the tough health problems Yeontan faced, including having heart surgery twice, which sadly didn't help. Yeontan's death is a big loss for V and his fans, and it feels like the end of a special chapter for both V and those who support him. Suga has been excluded. During the 2024 Melon Music Awards, fans of BTS were upset after watching a video that celebrated the group's success. The video showed moments from BTS's journey, but left out Suga. This made fans feel disappointed and sparked conversations online. BTS fans are known for sticking together and supporting the group, so many thought it was unfair that Suga was left out, especially since he has been going through a tough time recently. Suga has been in the spotlight because of a recent mistake he made. He was caught riding a scooter while under the influence, which caused a lot of debates about whether he should still be part of the group. Even though some people criticized him, most BTS fans have shown their support and believe he should stay in the group and continue to appear in public with them. At the Melon Music Awards, the video included the other 6 members of BTS, but Suga was left out of all the group scenes. This decision upset fans who felt it went against the strong bond and image of unity that BTS is known for. The situation has made people talk more about how famous people are treated after making mistakes, and whether it's fair to exclude them because of a single incident. What are your thoughts on this matter? Let me know in the comments below. V was revealed to be a bachelor. A new dance video on Instagram featuring V really caught the attention of fans all over the world. Posted by Lee Jung-lee, a dance choreographer, on November 28th, the video shows V dancing to the song What's Your Fantasy by Ludacris and Shawnna. V's dancing is full of energy. Fans loved it so much they filled up the comment section with lots of praise. One comment that really stood out was from V himself. He jokingly said he would do the dance again next year. Levi, who is a musician and a friend of V from high school, responded to V's comment. Levi has worked with V before, helping him create the song Blue and Gray for BTS's album BE, which was a big hit. Levi complimented V on looking in great shape. Their conversation got even more attention because Levi called V a bachelor. Some fans thought this might mean V is not married, but in Korea, people use this word more as a fun way to talk about a young or lively guy, not really about whether he is single or not. Still, this made many fans playfully talk about how V is a great catch, showing how much they like him and have fun following what he does. A new BTS-themed game is set to launch soon. On December 17th, Take One Company is going to release a new version of the BTS-themed puzzle game called BTS World Season 2. This game comes after the first one, which started in June 2019 but stopped being available last December. The new game keeps some of the favorite parts from the first game, but adds new features that make it even more fun to play. In this new season of BTS World, players get to collect cards that have pictures of BTS members on them. They can make these cards better over time. Players also get to build their own special place in the game, which is called BTS Land. They can decorate this place with different items that are based on famous BTS songs like Permission to Dance and On, and other fun themes like Summer Day and Cafe Time. People could start signing up to play the game starting this Monday. Take One Company, the game maker, also said they are going to have special online events starting Tuesday to get more people excited about the game. This time, unlike the first season, Take One Company is not only making the game but also putting it out for people to play. They also made some other games about K-pop groups like Blackpink and NCT, which came out last year. Dispatch exposes Min Hee Jin's lies. On December 2nd, Dispatch shared some big news stories about Min Hee Jin, who used to be the CEO Adore and is now caught up in a bunch of problems. They found a lot of text messages where Min Hee Jin said not so nice things about the K-pop group NewJeans because she didn't like how much they focused on dancing instead of other things. Min Hee Jin has been in the middle of a lot of arguments because some people think she was trying to control what people think about her and HYBE. The text that Dispatch showed everyone made it seem like she didn't really respect NewJeans and doubted how serious they were about their music. She was also trying to get her old job back as CEO of Adore by manipulating people. There was also a time when NewJeans did a live show on YouTube that their bosses didn't know about, but Min Hee Jin did know beforehand. She even talked about it with a family member of one of the NewJeans members on the same day it happened. She was hoping that this would help her get her job back. Right before a big checkup on October 8th, Hani from NewJeans was seen going into Min Hee Jin's studio, holding some important papers. This made people think she was getting ready for the checkup. Min Hee Jin was also caught meeting with a big boss from Davolink, a company connected to the uncle of Hyun, who is part of NewJeans. She had said before that she wasn't working with other investors, but at this meeting, they talked about things that made it look like she was trying to take control of NewJeans. Soon after, 2 new bosses were added to Davolink in a business system online, but their names were quickly removed, which made people even more suspicious. Dispatch also said that Min Hee Jin tried to use her charm and personal connections to solve problems at work. She even sent messages that allegedly showed she was flirting to try to make things easier for herself. Plus, she tried using love spells that a shaman gave her to make men like her more, though it didn't lead to any romance but was more about helping her career. All these stories really show a complicated side of Min Hee Jin's dealings in the music world, pointing out a lot of tricky and possibly wrong things she did to stay powerful in her job and have control over NewJeans. How NewJeans leaving HYBE could have colossal negative effects on the Korean music industry. NewJeans recently surprised everyone by announcing at a late-night press conference on Thursday that they have decided to end their contract with their agency, Adore, without going through the usual legal steps. This decision has caused a lot of talks in the music world. Adore, which is part of HYBE, insists that their contract with NewJeans should continue until July 31st, 2029, because that's what was originally agreed upon. NewJeans says that Adore did not follow the rules of the contract, which they believe makes the contract no longer valid. That's why they didn't go through normal legal actions like asking for injunctions or worrying about having to pay penalties. They also want to keep using the name NewJeans, which Adore owns, because they feel it's an important part of who they are since they started. Some legal experts think NewJeans' choice to skip the usual legal steps and just end the contract could be a smart move. This way, they can keep doing their activities without being stopped by the legal issues that usually come with these situations. At their press conference, the members of NewJeans said that starting November 29th, they no longer see themselves as part of Adore and plan to keep going with their music careers on their own. The timing of their announcement is also causing whispers, because it happened just before a deadline given by Adore for NewJeans to fix some issues. This seems like a planned effort to shake up the control Adore has over their work right away. The legal world is really paying attention to this, and lawyers have different thoughts about what could happen. Some say that if the trust between NewJeans and Adore is completely broken, NewJeans can end the contract no matter who is at fault. However, others warn that proving Adore broke the contract badly enough to end it might be tough without strong proof. There are also rumors that this big move by NewJeans was influenced by problems inside Adore, especially with their former CEO, Min Hee Jin, who supposedly wanted to leave NewJeans out of her future plans. These rumors come after HYBE accused Min Hee Jin of trying to take over the company. Lawyers also say that if it turns out Min Hee Jin had a hand in NewJeans' decision, Adore might sue her for messing with the contract from the outside. But proving she really did something wrong could be hard without solid proof of her actions. Despite all the complicated details, the music industry is worried. If NewJeans gets away with ending their contract on their own, it might encourage other artists to do the same, which could mess up how music companies invest in new singers and bands. This whole situation is still a hot topic, showing the tricky balance between the rights of artists and the business side of music companies. It could lead to big changes in how contracts are handled in the K-pop world in the future. Jimin opens up about his feelings and thoughts. In a past chat, BTS's Jimin opened up about how he's grown as a person. He talked a lot about BTS's latest 3-disc album and his hopes for the future, showing how excited he is to try new things and show more of his true self in his songs. Jimin explained that the new album at the time was like a break for the group. It let them all take a deep breath and think about what they want to do next. This time to think was partly because the world was starting to bring a lot of changes for him. He also spoke about his work on the song With You, sharing that he's been working closely with music producers to make new songs that really show what he's all about. Jimin plans to spend a lot of time with these producers, talking about different ideas and how he can show his true self in his music and music videos. Going deeper into the conversation, Jimin shared that he wants to explore more personal and deep topics in his future songs. He wants his music to be more explicit and raw, showing parts of himself that aren't usually seen in BTS's group songs. He looks up to the other members of BTS who have touched on darker topics in their own solo songs and sees them as inspiration for his solo work. Jimin mentioned that his push to make his music more personal came from how he felt during the pandemic. He felt a bit lost back then, and after talking it over with the other members of BTS, he decided to use his music to explore and express those feelings. The interview also touched on his song With You, made with his good friend Ha Sung-woon. Jimin shared that this collaboration grew from a promise they made to each other years ago when they both dreamed of making it big in music. Working on this song together was a way to keep that promise, making the song extra special for both of them. Jimin also opened up about how his music and feelings have changed over time, giving us a peek into the deep thoughts and experiments he's gone through in his music career. Jimin is known for being really careful about how he sings and shows his feelings, and he explained how he worked on the song With You for a movie soundtrack. Jimin tried something new with You, singing in a way that's more like how he talks instead of how he usually sings. This was tough, and he had to try many times to get it right, but he learned a lot and feels that the song has a lot of emotion and meaning for him. Jimin talked about how music has helped him look inside himself and deal with his feelings. For example, his song Promise helped him during a tough time when he was feeling down and unsure about himself. Making With You was another way for him to express deep feelings of sadness and wanting in a very clear and touching way. He also discussed how his feelings and relationships with others have changed his view of life and music over the years. He's learned to handle his emotions differently, which has also changed how he makes music and deals with being famous. Jimin also spoke about still being seen as a pop idol, a term that means different things to different people, especially in Korea. Even though he's changed a lot personally and professionally, being part of BTS as an idol is still a big part of who he is. Jimin remembered the early days of BTS, full of energy and drive. He talked about working with fellow BTS member Suga on the song Tony Montana, which was a chance for him to show different sides of his talent and stand out more in the group. Overall, Jimin's story is about growing and finding new ways to express himself through his music. He's always trying to get better and find new styles and themes for his songs, showing that he's maturing as an artist who really thinks about his music and what being an idol means to him and his fans. Jimin feels a big responsibility toward ARMY. He talked about feeling guilty when concerts were canceled for reasons beyond their control. He described how emotional it was to get back on stage and perform Permission to Dance, which made him want to make his performances and music even more genuine. Jimin also talked about how he's always trying to get better and meet his own high standards. Even though he's already successful, he's not fully satisfied with himself yet. He wants to keep improving to be the best he can be, both as a performer and as a person. When he imagines the perfect performance, Jimin thinks about showing all different kinds of skills and emotions, from the mysterious feel of Black Swan to the lively energy of Idol and Fire. He said he's very hard on himself because he always wants to do his best and really connect with the people watching him. Looking forward, Jimin is excited about how he can keep getting better at performing. He shared that BTS is trying out new, more relaxed ways of dancing and performing that let them interact more with the audience. Jimin also spoke about creating the song Friends for the movie Eternals. He started working on it by himself in the studio, coming up with the first beats and tunes, and then worked with a producer to perfect it. The song ended up having a mix of reggae and rock sounds, and it talks about friendship, especially pointing out his close bond with fellow BTS member V Jimin, sees the other BTS members as more than just friends or co-workers. To him, they're like family who support him and help him stay stable no matter how busy and crazy life gets as a worldwide music star. In his talk, Jimin showed that he's a thoughtful artist who looks both inward and ahead. He's always working on making his music better and keeping his connection strong with his fans and the other members of BTS. He cares deeply about his music and being an artist that keeps growing and staying interesting in the music world.